Alright, here's part 6 of the series. Right now, just studying up on what units are what to recruit. Diplomat. Egypt and Greek cities are allies. That's a strange combination. Just making sure the cities are building and recruiting. There's a diplomat moving out. Diplomacy in the Total War series is kind of weak. The diplomacy always follows one thing, one kind of format. They always want trade routes, and they won't give up much anything for them. The one thing that the Total War series needs to work on, I'd say, is the diplomacy. Because when you are able to open up trade routes and stuff like that, the basic thing they require you to do is pay tribute instead of having to declare war on enemies or make peace with enemies and all that stuff. It's just mainly, hey, you pay us, we open up a trade route. And then having enemies make allies with people you're at peace with automatically causes a ceasefire with you. I mean, all kind of diplomatic things need to be fixed. I tried to go around that Greek ship instead of having to fight my way through and start another war with the Greek cities, but doesn't look like that'll happen. Yeah, like this. The Gauls allying with the Carthage, so the Brutii family is automatically a ceasefire with Carthage, since the Brutii have a ceasefire, or not even a ceasefire, peace treaty with the Gauls. It's just a backwards deal of having the Brutii making peace with Carthage using the Gauls. Yeah, very important to keep construction, make these cities continually improving. Oh, look, a diplomat. And ceasefire, I mean, they could at least pay some sort of tribute or make the ceasefire a little more appealing. I mean, they could say, hey, maybe ceasefire will pay tribute, we'll give maps, we'll give this, we'll give that, but instead they're like, hey, maybe just a ceasefire. Yeah. Alright, I got the war dogs. Gonna take everyone, but maybe leave 2 or 3 units behind just to keep order in the city. Oh, hey, a little fort there. See, sometimes you don't need to assault the stuff or the cities and stuff like that. See, 3 turns, they automatically surrender. So I'll just, instead of assaulting it, I'll just wait them out. Oh, there goes the Greek Navy. They're gone now. Don't need to fight my way over there. You know, what stinks is the Roman Senate sent me a mission to work on getting a foothold in Greece. That should be the green team's responsibility, but I think I have the difficulty set so low that the computer is not too aggressive. Yeah, I mean, the gameplay does matter a lot on the difficulty levels. Sometimes you make it too easy, they don't do anything. You make it too hard, and you're beat in 5-10 minutes. And they need to also, alongside work on their diplomacy, they need to make some sort of level between levels of difficulty. Because what my thing is, I notice they either make it way too easy or way too hard. Spain's gonna try to see. That's a little better diplomacy, but for the most part, they're giving away everything. No, I'll counter back. And sometimes these people refuse like an awesome treaty just because you refused their treaty. But they took that. And some of the rebel stuff, I mean, maybe they're programmed where if there is one of your units there, they do attack, but sometimes, I mean, they're going up to 5 to 1 odd. I mean, they're out. Sometimes it's just ridiculous what they end up doing. Natural disaster. Port was built. Oh, that's good. Assassin. Which the good thing about the assassin parts of these games is sometimes a lot of times you go after the diplomats and maybe you try to avert peace treaties and stuff like that. Or buy yourself a couple turns of where somehow there's not a backroom deal and peace is forced upon you. Also, they could go after the generals and stuff like that, where if there's like a 5 or 6 star general and you're going to send up a captain to try to win the day, and if you get lucky the assassin does win it, that can change the battle a whole heck of a lot. Rarely does it ever happen though. I mean, if you see a real high star general out there, you can be sure that there's either a spy with him, another assassin with him, or some of his abilities are where he could detect assassins and stuff like that. So sometimes you take a gamble too. I mean, a failed assassination can also cause war to break out, and so the assassin character is just something you gotta be aware of and know how to use. Oh, that's not too bad, just a little in the red, not too bad. A lot of times you discover you're running in the red a lot of the times. That's when the empire gets bigger and bigger and bigger. The cost, like I said, I mean, the army upkeep, you want to have few units, but have those units very experienced, so the military budget just isn't draining you of every little penny you have. There they are. They're trying to make some kind of backroom deal. Talking to the House of Brudii. Sometimes stinks. I mean, if they ally themselves with the House of Brudii, not only is it ceasefire with you, it's a peace treaty that can't be broken readily, because then you'd be breaking your peace, or your attacking an ally's ally would break your alliance with the. It's just so darn complicated now. Yeah. Just gotta be careful of the diplomacy in these games too. You always gotta watch those reports. Alright, that'll do it for this one.